You're not gonna believe what happened in Belgium between November 1989 and April 1990. Thousands of eyewitnesses, including several police officers and military personnel, reported seeing mysterious triangular UFOs in the skies over Belgium. These objects were described as large, silent, and agile, displaying flight characteristics that defied conventional physics. On one unforgettable night in March 1990, the Belgium Air Force scrambled 2 F-16s to intercept one of these bastards. The radar data they captured still puzzles experts. We're going deep into the phenomenon of the Belgium UFO wave. It's time to get our hands dirty and expose the unexplained and the undeniable. In the realm of UFO history, few events have captured the public's imagination as much as the Belgium UFO wave of 1989 to 1990. Spanning several months, this extraordinary series of sightings enthralled both skeptics and believers alike, prompting extensive media coverage and widespread speculation about the possibility of extraterrestrial visitors. The sheer volume and consistency of reports, combined with the involvement of military personnel and advanced technology, make the Belgium UFO wave a cornerstone in the study of unidentified flying objects. The saga began on the chilly evening of November 29, 1989, when 2 police officers reported seeing a massive triangular craft hovering silently over a town. Their detailed account quickly made headlines, and it wasn't long before hundreds of witnesses stepped forward with nearly identical stories. The descriptions were strikingly consistent. A silent, triangular object with bright lights at each corner and a red beam of light in the middle. These objects exhibited flight patterns that defied the capabilities of known aircraft, darting and maneuvering in ways that contradicted the laws of physics. As the wave of sightings continued, the phenomenon drew the attention of researchers and enthusiasts worldwide. A thorough investigation, gathering a fuck-ton of testimonies, photographs, and video footage began. Their findings were presented in a detailed report, sparking debate among scientists, skeptics, and UFO believers. The Belgium UFO wave remains a significant event in the annals of UFO history. It not only challenged conventional understanding of aerospace technology, but also encouraged a broader conversation about the potential existence of extraterrestrial life. As we delve deeper into this fascinating report, we explore the enduring mystery and intrigue that continues to surround the Belgium UFO wave. The late 1980s and early 1990s were a time of considerable change and uncertainty in Europe. The Cold War was finally coming to an end, and the political landscape was shifting dramatically. Against this backdrop, the wave of UFO sightings in Belgium became a focal point of intrigue and speculation, captivating a public already on edge from the larger geopolitical shifts of the time. Belgium, like much of Europe, was experiencing a period of economic and political transformation. The European Economic Community, EEC, a precursor to the European Union, was working towards greater economic integration among European countries. This period saw the signing of the Single European Act in 1986 and the gradual dismantling of trade barriers, which fostered a sense of optimism, but also uncertainty about the future. Belgium, with its central location and status as the headquarters of many international organizations, was at the heart of these changes. At the same time, the dissolution of the Soviet Union and the reunification of Germany in 1990 marked the end of the Cold War. The shift from a bipolar world to a more multipolar one brought about a mix of hope and anxiety. The threat of nuclear war was diminishing, but new conflicts and power dynamics were emerging. Culturally, the late 1980s and early 1990s were marked by growing interest in the paranormal, UFOs, and aliens. Movies like E.T. the Extraterrestrial in 1982 and Close Encounters of the Third Kind in 1977 had already popularized the idea of friendly alien visitors. While television shows like The X-Files, which premiered in 1993, tapped into the real possibility of government conspiracies and the existence of UFOs. The Belgian UFO wave provided a real-world mystery that mirrored the believable narratives portrayed in popular media. Technologically, the era was also a time of significant advancements. The development and rise of personal computers and the early internet began transforming how people accessed and shared information. News of the UFO sightings spread fairly quick for that time period, both through traditional media and emerging online communities, allowing for a broader and more immediate exchange of information and theories. This technological improvement created a rapid broadcasting of eyewitness accounts and media coverage, contributing to the widespread awareness and worldwide interest in the UFO wave. In terms of social dynamics, Belgium was dealing with internal tensions related to its regional linguistic divisions. The country is split between Dutch-speaking Flanders in the north and French-speaking Wallonia in the south, with Brussels being a bilingual city. These divisions have historically led to political disputes and social friction. The UFO sightings, interestingly, provided a unifying topic of conversation that transcended these usual divisions, bringing together folks across different regions and language groups. The sightings themselves occurred in a context where the Belgian Air Force was known for its openness and willingness to engage with civilian UFO groups. Unlike in some countries where UFO sightings are pushed aside and called complete bullshit, the Belgian military's response to the UFO wave, taking reports seriously, launching investigations, and even deploying fighter jets, lent an air of legitimacy to the phenomenon. This official acknowledgement made more people unafraid of ridicule and to come forward with their experiences, adding more and more information to the investigation. The Belgian UFO wave unfolded against a backdrop of significant social, political, and technological changes. This period of transition, coupled with a growing interest in UFOs and a media landscape that's open-minded, made it possible for thousands of people to give their eyewitness testimony without fear of mockery. The Belgian UFO wave stands as one of the most remarkable and well-documented instances of unidentified flying object sightings in modern history. From November 1989 through April 1990, this surge featured over 2,000 eyewitness accounts and involved various layers of society, from civilians to police officers, all the way to military personnel. These sightings were not fleeting glimpses of ambiguous lights in the sky. Fuck no! They were identical reports of large, structured triangular craft that flew low and silently, performing maneuvers beyond the capabilities of any known aircraft. The wave of sightings officially kicked off on the night of November 29, 1989, in the small town of Eupen, near the German border. 2 police officers on patrol were the first to report the encounter. They described a massive, triangular object that hovered silently in the sky, adorned with 3 bright lights at each corner and a pulsating red light in the center. The object was estimated to be around 120 feet across, moving slowly and maintaining a low altitude. This initial report was followed by dozens of similar accounts from other eyewitnesses in the area, who also noted the object's silent and steady movement. As the sightings multiplied, the descriptions remained incredibly consistent. The triangular craft was seen in various locations across Belgium, often during the early evening or late night. Eyewitnesses ranged from ordinary citizens to law enforcement officials and military personnel, lending credibility to the reports. One particularly notable sighting occurred in the town of Waver, where a local police officer reported seeing a large, dark object with 3 bright lights. The officer's description matched those from Eupen and other areas, reinforcing the belief that the same kind of craft was being spotted across different regions. The Belgian government and military took these reports seriously, a notable departure from the typical official stance on UFO sightings in many other countries. The Belgian Air Force, in particular, was actively involved in investigating the phenomenon. On the night of March 30th, 1990, at 2300, they scrambled 2 F-16 fighter jets in response to reports of an unidentified craft near the city of Brussels. The jets were equipped with sophisticated radar systems and managed to lock onto the UFO. However, what followed was a series of maneuvers by the UFO that astounded the pilots and radar operators alike. The craft displayed capabilities that seemed to defy the laws of physics, including rapid acceleration from 93 to 615 miles per hour in seconds, followed by an abrupt descent and climb. Despite the F-16's best efforts, they could not match the craft's speed or agility. In addition to military involvement, the Belgian government allowed civilian researchers to participate in the investigation, which is unheard of in most places around the world. This collaborative approach was exemplified by the Belgian Society for the Study of Space Phenomena, SOBEPS, a civilian group that meticulously collected and analyzed data from witnesses and radar reports. Their findings were later published in a comprehensive report which included detailed descriptions of the craft, eyewitness sketches, and a compilation of radar data. The involvement of SOBEPS provided an additional layer of validation and helped to authenticate the sightings, encouraging more people to come forward with their experiences. Throughout this period, media coverage of the UFO wave was extensive, both in Belgium and internationally. Newspapers, television, and radio programs reported on the sightings, often featuring interviews with witnesses and experts. This media attention played a crucial role in ensuring that the events remained in the spotlight and were not swept under the rug. It also sparked debates among scientists, skeptics, and UFO enthusiasts who offered various explanations for the phenomenon, ranging from secret military aircraft to atmospheric anomalies. Despite the extensive documentation and the high-profile nature of the sightings, no definitive explanation has ever been provided. The Belgian Air Force, after conducting a thorough investigation, concluded that while the sightings were genuine and unexplained, they did not seem to constitute a threat to national security. This official stance, coupled with the openness of the investigation, has led to the Belgian UFO wave being regarded as one of the most credible and intriguing UFO cases in history. The legacy of the Belgian UFO wave continues to captivate researchers and enthusiasts around the world. It stands as a testament to the potential for extraordinary phenomena to occur and the importance of an open and collaborative approach to investigating such events. As we look back on this fascinating chapter, we're reminded of the enduring mystery and intrigue that surrounds the UFO phenomenon, and the very real possibility that we are not alone in the universe. The Belgian UFO wave, while captivating and thoroughly documented, was not without its share of challenges and conflicts. These arose from a variety of sources, including skepticism from the scientific community, difficulties in gathering conclusive evidence, and the portrayal of the sightings in the media. Despite the credibility of many witnesses and the involvement of military officials, the wave of UFO sightings encountered significant obstacles that complicated the investigation and tweaked public perception. One of the primary challenges faced by witnesses and investigators was the widespread skepticism that their claims were given. The scientific community, in particular, refused to accept the possibility of extraterrestrial craft flying over Belgium, instead attributing the sightings to more bullshit explanations. Naysayers suggested that the triangular objects were likely stealth aircraft, like the F-117 Nighthawk, which was relatively new and highly secretive at the time. Others proposed that the sightings were caused by atmospheric conditions or even outright hoaxes. This doubt was fueled by a lack of physical evidence, such as debris, landing marks, or radiation anomalies, which are often used to validate UFO reports. The challenges in gathering evidence were compounded by the nature of the sightings themselves. The objects were often seen at night, making it difficult to capture clear photographs or video footage. Although some images and videos were taken, their quality was generally pretty sucky, leading to questions about their authenticity and reliability. Additionally, radar data, while supportive of the sightings, was subject to interpretation and did not provide definitive proof of the object's origins. The Belgian Air Force's own analysis of the radar data acknowledged anomalies were absolutely present, but stopped just short of confirming it was aliens. The media portrayal of the Belgian UFO wave also presented issues. While the media played a crucial role in raising awareness of the sightings, it also contributed to the horseshit narrative that overshadowed the more serious aspects of the investigation. Newspapers and television programs were quick to highlight the most dramatic elements of the story, sometimes at the expense of accuracy and nuance. This approach led to a polarized public response, with some people becoming more intrigued and others more dismissive of the incredible events. The sensationalism in media coverage also affected the credibility of the witnesses and investigators. Many felt that their accounts were not being taken seriously or were being distorted for the sake of entertainment. This perception was particularly acute among those who had no prior interest in UFOs and were merely reporting what they had seen. The involvement of high-profile figures such as the Belgian Air Force and SOBEPS gave significant legitimacy to the sightings, but it did not completely ease the effects of media sensationalism. Another conflict arose from the differences in opinion among UFO researchers and enthusiasts themselves. While some were convinced that the Belgian UFO wave was evidence of a massive extraterrestrial visitation, others were more cautious, advocating for a thorough and methodical approach to the investigation. This division sometimes led to heated debates and disagreements, further complicating the efforts to present a unified front to the public and the media. Despite these challenges, the Belgian UFO wave remains one of the most compelling and credible UFO cases in history. The openness of the Belgian government and military in acknowledging and investigating the sightings was a significant departure from the typical official response to UFO phenomena. This transparency, coupled with the extensive documentation and analysis provided by civilian researchers, ensured that the events were taken seriously by a broad audience. The challenges and conflicts that emerged during the Belgian UFO wave highlight the complexities inherent in investigating and reporting on UFO sightings. Skepticism, difficulties in gathering conclusive evidence, and media portrayal all played a role in shaping the public's perception of the events. However, these challenges also underscore the importance of a careful and balanced approach to such strange phenomena, one that respects the experiences of witnesses while maintaining a rigorous standard of evidence and analysis. As we continue to explore the mysteries of UFO encounters, the lessons learned from the Belgian UFO wave remain as relevant as ever. The resolution of the Belgian UFO wave offers a compelling look into the enduring impact of these events on public perception and the broader field of UFO research. As the sightings petered out in April 1990, they left behind a legacy that reshaped how UFO phenomena were viewed, both within Belgium and internationally. One of the most significant outcomes of the Belgian UFO wave was the way it shifted public perception of UFOs. Prior to these events, UFO sightings were often dismissed as the domain of fringe enthusiasts and wacky conspiracy theorists. However, the credible nature of the witnesses, including police officers and military personnel, lent an air of legitimacy to the phenomena. The Belgian government's willingness to investigate the sightings openly and transparently further bolstered this credibility. This official acknowledgement marked a departure from the typical government response to UFO reports, which often involved secrecy and denial. The extensive investigation conducted by the Belgian Air Force and civilian groups like SOBEPS set a new standard for how UFO sightings could be approached. The Belgian Air Force's decision to release radar data and other findings to the public was a groundbreaking move. demonstrating a commitment to transparency and open dialogue. This approach encouraged other countries and organizations to reconsider their own methods of handling UFO sightings, potentially leading to more openness and cooperations in future investigations. In the wake of the Belgian UFO wave, there was a noticeable increase in UFO research and interest globally. Researchers and enthusiasts around the world were inspired by the thoroughness and seriousness of the Belgian investigations. This led to the establishment of new organizations and the revitalization of existing ones, all aimed at studying and understanding UFOs more comprehensively. The wave also influenced the creation of protocols for documenting and analyzing sightings, contributing to a more standardized approach to UFO research. Moreover, the events in Belgium had a lasting impact on how future sightings were reported and perceived. The wave demonstrated that UFO sightings can be credible and worthy of serious investigation, prompting a more cautious and open-minded attitude among the media, the public, and even some segments of the scientific community. This shift in perception helped to reduce the stigma often associated with reporting UFO sightings, encouraging more witnesses to come forward and share their experiences. The Belgium UFO wave of 1989 to 1990 was a pivotal event in the history of UFO phenomenon. Its impact on public perception, investigative approaches, and future research cannot be overstated. The wave not only challenged existing assumptions about UFO sightings, but also paved the way for a more open and serious exploration of the unknown. As we continue to investigate the mysteries of the skies, the lessons learned from the Belgium UFO wave remain a guiding light, reminding us of the importance of open-minded inquiry and the pursuit of the unknown. As I conclude my exploration of the Belgium UFO wave, it's clear that this remarkable series of events has left an indelible mark on the field of UFO studies. The wave's significance lies not only in the sheer number of credible sightings, but also in the open and methodical approach taken by both civilian and military investigators. This unprecedented transparency set a new benchmark for how such anomalies could be documented and analyzed, inspiring similar practices worldwide. The Belgium UFO wave also played a pivotal role in changing the narrative around UFO sightings. By elevating the discourse from mere speculation to serious inquiry, it opened doors for further scientific investigation and brought a new level of respectability to the field. The involvement of reputable witnesses and the thorough investigation by the Belgian Air Force demonstrated that UFO sightings deserve serious consideration, regardless of their extraordinary nature. In popular culture, the Belgium UFO wave has become a touchstone for discussions about extraterrestrial life and unexplained aerial phenomena. It continues to intrigue and inspire, serving as a reminder of the vastness and mystery of our universe. As we look to the skies, the legacy of the Belgium UFO wave endures, encouraging us to remain curious and open-minded about the possibilities that lie beyond our current understanding. What sounds fucking crazy right now may soon become a well-known fact later on. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to tap that like button and subscribe. That way, you won't miss out on more of my weird-ass shit. And, most importantly, I really appreciate it. I've also got some kick-ass merch, personally designed by yours truly. The link's down in the description. I've got Scarinator t-shirts and tanks, Stay Creepy mugs, t-shirts, stickers, and all kinds of other random things. Until next time, y'all keep it real, keep it chill, and stay creepy! Catch you on the flip. Thank you for watching and listening until the very end. You kick total ass.